everyone. This is Arya Prajapat from Geeks for Geeks RSWM chapter, and welcome to the second episode of the Geek Talks. Yes, you heard it right. The Geek Talks is the ultimate podcast for aspiring tech enthusiasts, where we delve into the journey of brilliant minds who have cracked the code to some of the most coveted internships in the industry. In the Gripping series, we bring you exclusive interviews with individuals who have secured remarkable internships at prestigious companies like Amazon Wow, Microsoft Engage, and Flipkart. Are you guys excited? Guess who we have for our second episode? The one and only Yash Gaherwar. So let's call him now.
Hi Arya.
Hi, Yash Gaherwar, who has landed internship at JP Morgan Chase and is a final year undergrad at VIT Pune and pursuing a Bachelor of Technology, majoring in computer engineering. Also, one of his articles has been published on GM. So before moving ahead, can you please give a quick introduction about yourself to our audience?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first I would like to thank GFG RCM team for calling me, and it's a great pleasure to be here and express my feelings, whatever I have done so far. So, my name is Yash Gaherwar. I am currently a summer intern at JP Morgan and Chase, and I am pursuing my Bachelor of Technology majoring from Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, Pune from Computer Engineering branch. And I have a deep interest in competitive programming and open source contributions, and I have done competitive programming since my second year, and currently a 4-star coder on CodeChef and expert on Codeforces and Knight at LeetCode. So this was all about me.
Amazing. Thank you. So please tell us about your journey of landing the internship.
Yeah, sure. Actually, when I was in my 4th sem, when I was in my second year, at that time, we heard about the Code for Good hackathon. In Code for Good, actually JP Morgan Chase allow few colleges from the country to be eligible for that hackathon. So this was one of the way of hiring students from different colleges for SD intern. So at that time, when I was in second year, our college told us about the opportunity. So at that time, I filled the form, and from our college, around 800 or something applications were filled because CS, IT, and ENTC branch students are allowed. So at that time, I filled the form, and after that, the first round was the coding round, in which different students got different questions based on DSA. So I got 2 questions. One is from Greedy, and second one is from dynamic programming. And at that time, I have done CP and I am familiar with dynamic programming as well. So I have done two of the questions in 22 or 25 minutes something. And after that, this round got over. They called few students for the HireVue interview. So HireVue interview is nothing but it is a AI based interview where few 4 to 5 behavioral questions were asked, and we need to answer that. So according to the coding round, the resume and HR HireVue interview, we got the few students from our college and different colleges got selected for the hackathon. And from all over India, at most I can say it 750 to 800 students were there, and they were called for the hackathon, which was occurred in June 2022. After that, I even qualified. Actually, from our college, 17 to 18 students got qualified for the hackathon. When we entered into the hackathon period, that is from June, on June, it was a 24-hour hackathon. We need to build some projects for the NGOs that JP Morgan had called. So at that time, what happened? The interesting thing is that many students don't know that this is the unique way of hiring, because most of the time what happened, company came to college, they take 2 to 3 interviews and 1 HR interview and they hire students. But this is the unique way where in hackathon period we are with 7 to 8 people from different colleges. None of them are from our college. So in my group we're having students from NIT Bhopal, DTU, IGTTU, so different students from different backgrounds. So we need to interact with them and we need to build a project for NGOs. So at that time, this was not all about building a project or building a something product for that NGO. It was all about that how you are. They were checking that how you are building the project and how you are interacting with all the other guys, whether you are collaborating with others or not. So we have assigned with two mentors during the entire 24 hours of hackathon. I got to know about that the two mentors also taking our interviews. So they have taken two interviews for me. Both of the interviews are technical interviews there, where they have asked me about OOPS concept, some CN fundamentals, and some DBMS concept, and data structure is the common thing that they have asked me in two of the interviews, and some HR or behavioral questions. So this was all about the hackathon. So according to hackathon, according to interviews, and according to overall performance, choose some of the students for the internship. So that in this way I got the internship opportunity. The overall 24-hour was very interesting because it was a unique thing, because that was my second hackathon where I was participating, and I don't know about that. It consists of interview as well, but they took our interviews and it gone very well. As I have mentioned that the things that I received so far is due to problem solving that I started in my second year, and due to the guidance of the seniors. So this was all about my interview experiences and how I got internship at JP Morgan.
Wow, great. So as you mentioned, this is your second hackathon. So can you just tell us about what was your first hackathon about?
Yeah. Actually, the first hackathon that I was participated in was ZX International Hackathon. It was a team hackathon where me, along with my three friends, who are also at the good companies now. So we four participated in that hackathon, and we have filled the form from DevPost site. At that time, we come to know that this was an international hackathon, and different all the students from different backgrounds, so we can say from internationally, we are participating. So we have built a project with the name AI based communication system, which will be helpful for the individual to improve his or her speaking skills and communication skills. Because the main thing that is happened and most of the student face is that they mainly focuses on learning things, learning CS fundamentals, learning DSA, but they do not take care about the communication skill. So we try to build the model using AI and web application, which will be helpful to them. So this was our one project, and hopefully we won that competition, and it was a wonderful experience.
Oh, wow, great. So what were the key factors or strategies that helped you stand out during the internship application process?
Yeah, actually, I will start with my journey first. Actually, when I was in my second year, as I mentioned, when I entered into my BTech degree in VIT Pune, the main guidance and all such things are apart. But when anyone enters into the college, they don't know that in what field they have interest. So here is the coincidence, because the main the one who guided me, and I feel that he is my ideal, is my brother. He passed out from your college only, from computer engineering, computer science branch from 2020. He's a 2020 pass out, and he's my role model. He guided me in my first year that you need to practice problem solving. You need to solve as many questions. So when I was in first year, I started with HackerRank. I clear all my concepts related to HTL, as I do programming in C++. So I clear all the concepts. Then I moved towards CodeChef. I started practicing and giving contests daily on the basis whenever there is a contest, and this makes me consistent while throughout my journey. And till now, I also practice at least one problem daily, because the first and the second round of any company's interview is the DSA round, and most of the students fail to clear that. So I think this is the main thing that my brother guided. Apart from this, only DSA will not help you to crack the company. Along with DSA, you have some interesting projects as well. So I have created my resume from my second or third sem only. I added some projects. I updated it after every my semester. If I created some interesting project, I added it. As I mentioned that in our college, VIT Pune, there is a culture of publication, paper publication. All this is really very helpful. Whenever because in industry as well, documentation is really very important. So whenever we create any project, so documentation is really helpful for the other one who are reading that project, or we can say to go through that project. So we have created that. So I have added projects, I added my achievements as well, and whatever. So because many students don't know that how to create resume, so in resume you should have your coding profile links. You should have a GitHub link, because GitHub is for all the projects. You should be aware about that. Achievement section is required. Skills, whatever you have, you can add in resume. So all such things have added, and I think that I am highly active at LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is one of the very important platform and the best platform for anyone to we can say known to famous companies, because there many companies post about their companies and hiring processes. So LinkedIn is one of the best platform. So I am very active at LinkedIn. Whenever you achieve anything, you can post on LinkedIn, because you will get rich, and ultimately this will be helpful in future. So I've added the LinkedIn link. Even I have my portfolio website. I have added that. All such things I have added in my resume by the guidance of seniors. So this helped me to crack that first round, because most of the times what happened, suppose you are preparing for some interview, and suppose 400 to 500 students had applied, but company don't allow all the students for the interviews. They allow only few students for the interview. So at that time resume plays a very important role. So this is very helpful, and I suggest that maintain a decent CGPA as well. Suppose if in your college there are 20 to 30 students who are applying, and company allows only 10 students for the interview, so at that time CGPA also plays an important role. So create projects, solve coding problems, because DSA is really very important. You can take the help of LeetCode as well. Take the guidance from the seniors, because most of the time we didn't take any guidance from the seniors, and we feel shy. So at that time this will be very difficult for the person to understand that where we are lagging. So this will be really helpful. So in this way I have created my resume, and this helped me to achieve whatever I have achieved.
Wow, great. So, are communication skills important from an internship point of view? How did you tackle the issue?
Yeah. This is a very interesting question, because in my first year, the same question I had, and I talked to my brother and talked to my parents as well. So actually, what happened, whenever you are entering into some company, at that time, what happens, you need to have a good communication skills as well, because in interview period as well, when you try to express your feelings, you should have a good communication skill, because whatever you are speaking must be understand by the person who is interviewing. Suppose I asked you one question related to problem solving or DSA, and you know all such things, but you can't express. So this will be really helpful if you focus on your communication skills. As I have mentioned, that the hackathon that we won, our main target is that we create some application which will be helpful for the person. So at that time also we are thinking about the communication skills. So communication skill plays an important role. As I have mentioned about, currently I am interning with JP Morgan. So many a times my colleagues and we need to handle the foreign clients as well. So at that time English is one of the common language which is used worldwide. So communication skill is really very important, and one needs to focus on it. If suppose if you are lagging in that thing, so what you can do is that you can try to take 2 to 3 mock interviews as well. No need to pay online. You can take some helpful we can say you can ask any of your senior to take any mock interview. This will be really helpful, and this will boost your confidence. That's it.
Okay. Wow. So, what were the most valuable lessons or skills that you gained from your internship experience?
Currently I am interning. I started in the June this 2 weeks back only. So whatever I learned till now is that all the things behave in one process only. You need to follow that process. So, because what happened, as you are in college, many students take the things in casual manner. But when you are in industry, you need to follow some ethics. You need to follow some rules and regulations. This will help the individual to grow, and will be helpful in future as well, because as the one who is guiding you and the one who is your manager in currently, in future you will be also there. So at that time you need to learn from them as well. So what the things that I learned currently is that how to talk to others, how to build connections, how to behave, and how to follow process in a one way only, because this is very helpful and will helpful in the future as well. So I think these are really very important things one must follow.
Okay. Sometimes it's like we have colleagues who are a step ahead of us. So, how do you handle the pressure and competitive atmosphere over there?
Yeah, so I think the quote that I heard is really right, that if you are a true warrior, competition doesn't scare you, it makes you better. So according to me, competition is really very important, because when there is a competition, you work hard, and you will get a better output. When I talk about it, actually, when I was in my second year, we had a opportunity of changing our groups and all, and we had to form a group. So what we have done is that we have formed a group of 3 to 4 students, in which we need to build a projects and all such things in a group only. So till now we have the same group. So in my group, all my group members are really very intelligent and have a good learning ability. So I have learned from them, because the person you are living with is really very important, because you learn from them, you grow as an individual from them. If you spend time with some people, like the one who is wasting time and all, so this will not help you. The competition is really important, and all the students are preparing for the interviews and all. So if you work hard, you live with the people from which you are learning something, to gain valuable experience from them. So this will be really very helpful. So according to me, competitions is a part of any journey. You need to focus on your path. No need to take care of the others' journey. Learn from their journey, but follow your own path, because everyone has different pace. If you learn from your pace on your pace only, so this will be helpful to you. Ultimately, everyone, the one who work hard and one who works smart, will really get good opportunities in future as well.
So true. So, what is the best thing that you would like to add about the culture at these companies?
Yeah, the culture is very nice, because all the colleagues were very helpful, and they all the time they guide you. Because currently I joined now only, so we are fresher. We don't know about the things how company related actually works, because this was my first internship. So they also know that these are freshers and all. So they really help individual. They really help all their colleagues, and they work as a team. So in these companies, the main thing is that they focuses on team rather than as an individual, because ultimately when the company wants to grow, so they need to work collectively. So I think this is the main point they focuses on, and this companies have a really good atmosphere. You take a guidance from your senior employees, because they're working since the last 15 to 20 years and they have a good experience, so you can learn from them. Actually, in JP Morgan, when we talk, the colleagues are really very helpful, and I got to learn many new things from them, and I need to connect with more people and explore more things there.
So, how does the company support the professional development of its employees?
Yeah, actually, company really focuses on this, because when we talk about the work-life balance and professionalism, so it is really very helpful. So when any employee do some interesting work, or collaborate in a good manner, so they also take care of their employees. We can say they engage their employees in some activities as well. They give rewards to their employees. Suppose you have done something good for the company, and this is very valuable for the company, so they guided them and they give rewards to them. This is really helpful and help the individual to grow and motivate him to perform even better in future. So in this way, the company treat their employees, and every company has their own culture and ethics, but in JP Morgan they give rewards and all such things to individual and motivates them.
If you get a chance to go back to your first or second year, what would you change?
Yeah, actually, the point that you mentioned, if I got the opportunity to go into my first and second year, actually, currently I am having my YouTube channel. I want to start in my first and second year only, but I failed to start because some things I don't knew at that time. So I think that if I start my YouTube channel at that point, I get some more time to make videos on problem solving and such things. So that thing I can do. Even I can focus. If I got the opportunity, I can create more connection. I need to be, we can say, participated in more extracurricular activities because in my first and second year, I mainly focused on study and all such things. So I think I can focus on that thing as well. And the first thing that I mentioned, YouTube. So this was my first priority, but no worries.
Okay. So, do you think language is a barrier in all these?
I don't think language is a barrier, but good as you mentioned, as you asked me about the communication skill, so that thing matters. But but you must be having a good speaking ability and having an understanding of English as well, because I have mentioned that you need to handle the foreign colleagues and all such things. So you should have a good understanding and you know English very well, because I think language is not the barrier if you have the skill, but to understand and to deal with the colleagues, you should know both the languages and all.
So, how does the company promote work-life balance and employee well-being?
Yeah, as I have mentioned that they create wellness programs. They have a flexible work arrangements in their offices. They support recognition and rewards for the individual. Companies that value work-life balance and employee well-being often have recognition programs to acknowledge employees' contribution and efforts. So this can include awards and all that I have mentioned, an appreciation type of thing, which encourage a healthy work environment. So in this way, company promotes each and every individual, and there were several training and development sessions they arrange for the individual to grow, to learn new things. So this is very important, because if you need to learn new tech stack, so they invest on you and they provide a training and development session, because organization may provide certain skills, we can say certain training program, then employee needs to work on it and enhance their skill, achieve their career goals, and maintain a healthy work life balance. So that thing they work for the individual and they provide the individual. Ultimately, if they grow as an individual and they are happy, then it will be really helpful for the company.
So, as you've mentioned before, DSA helped you very much. So, any platform that helped you prepare for the same?
Yeah. As I mentioned that, suppose if any first year student is watching this, so I will suggest that when you are in when you entered into your first year, choose any one programming language that suits you. So clear all your concepts. I started with HackerRank, as I have mentioned. This is a very good platform, and to clear all the standard library related things. If you are practicing in Java, you can prefer HackerRank only. There you can practice in Java. You learn concepts related to collection frameworks and all. So I started with HackerRank. So whenever you are beginner, you can start with HackerRank or GFG, anything. GFG in the sense for practicing SQL related questions. GFG is also for DSA practice. So when you clear all the concepts related to SQL, I will suggest some people having the interest in open source and building projects, and some are having an interest in competitive programming as well. If you have a chance, you can try CP as well. So for CP, you have a different sites. You can start with CodeChef. CodeChef is a good platform to practice problem. They have different ratings for related problems. You can practice there as well. So this is a good platform. I have practiced till now. I practice on CodeChef. So I give contest on the regular basis. Another platform is Codeforces that you can try. They have a good amount of standard questions and ad hoc based questions that are really very difficult, but this will be helpful. So I started with HackerRank. I mentioned about CodeChef. I mentioned about Codeforces. But really, if you are preparing for the interview, the best platform is LeetCode, because LeetCode has a topic-wise sections and really important DSA question. Many companies prefer that. So DS, you can practice from DSA. Suppose you are facing problem in dynamic programming, you are facing problem in binary search. You can tag that and you can solve problem. Because ultimately, when you solve problem, this will help you to build a logic. So I will suggest that don't focuses on solving many problems. Focuses on solving quality problems, because if you solve 8 easy problems and you solve at least only one medium problem, so this will not help you. Because if you solve any problem above your level, so this will help you to improve your problem solving. So try to solve as many medium level questions on lead code. This will help you to build the logic, and try to clear all important concepts, advanced data structure concepts, because most of the students are familiar with queues, stacks and all, but they are not familiar with graph tree and DP. So I will suggest that to master all these three topics, you can tag, or we can say you can prefer some of the playlist of Aditya Verma or Striver, which is available on YouTube. They have cleared all the concepts, and to clear graph tree and DP, recursion is the basic point, and this is one of the very important point that one must clear. So one must first clear recursion from lead code or any such platform, and then practice graph tree and DP. This will really help, very helpful. I have done this in this manner only, and this helped me a lot. And try to note down some important points, create your own notes, don't copy from others, and this will help you. So lead code is a good platform for interview preparation.
So, what advice would you give to students aspiring to intern at top companies?
Yeah, actually, if you have a target of cracking big companies, so what you can do, try to connect with the people, try to build a good resume, try to build some interesting projects where you learn about some backend frameworks and some front end technologies. So this will help you build problem solving ability, because many big companies have a 2 to 3 rounds of DSA, even 1 to 2 rounds of projects, and then HR round. So you should have a both combination of both problem solving and projects. So you need to focus on both the things. Many people focuses on one thing only, but I will suggest that having a good projects in your resume will be really helpful. So to crack any big companies, you must have all these things. You must have a good resume. You must have a good connection as well, because many a times what happened, people are not aware about the opportunities. So I will talk about, suppose we can say that some company is hiring. If you don't know about that opportunity, how you can apply for that? So I think according to me, you must be aware of all these things. So this will be helpful you to apply for that company and crack that company. So you can use LinkedIn for it. You can use different interview related, or we can say opportunities related site where you can apply. So building a good connection will help you in really will help you really, because sometimes what happens, referral is required for applying for the particular company. So this will be helpful. So make connections and build more connections.
Correct. What kind of mentorship or guidance do you receive from your experienced colleagues within the company?
Yeah, pardon.
What kind of mentorship or guidance do you receive from experienced colleagues within the company?
Yeah, actually, as I mentioned that currently I'm interning, so I connect with some of my seniors, many of my seniors, and they guided me. They told me about the path you need to follow, and how the company works, and about their rules and regulations. I come to know about how actually fintech company works, as I am interning with JP Morgan, the financial institution, how actually things work, and how to follow one process and one guideline to work in the company. And I come to know about that how to behave, and how to interact with the your seniors, and how to present the things, and how documentation is really very important. I come to know about things, because really in industry what happens, when you create any project, you follow some methods, you follow some raw software development life cycles. And in when we create project in our colleges, we don't follow these things. So according to me, if you want to actually know how actually projects build, and how all important things, and how documentation is really very important, you can learn some agile methodologies, you can learn software development methodologies, because these are really helpful, and these are actually we can say worked in companies of different corporate companies. So I think I got to learn many new things from there, and I got to learn from many senior colleagues. even in a company, I engage with some of the seniors who are working from last 15 to 20 years. So they have a good reach, good experience, and their profile is very rich. So I got to learn from them as well. And not only these colleagues, I learned from my seniors, my brother, and all such things as well, because ultimately the one who guide you, you need to follow his or her path and need to learn from them. So whenever you get the opportunity, learn from them, learn as an individual and grow as an individual.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Yash Bhaiya, for gracing us with your insights and expertise on Geek Talks. It was great talking to you. So, thank you. And stay
Yeah, yeah,
tuned as we have more exciting guests and fascinating discussions lined up for our next episodes. Thank you so
yeah, yeah, yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure to connect with you and access my feelings. I hope this will be helpful for more individuals. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.